I just wanted to come to y'all. We had another good day. Well, not we, but I had another good day of, putting some good shots down range. This bow thing really, it got me addicted. It got me addicted already. Like I said, I explained in, the first video I made, like, I've never done it before at all. I've never been bow hunting. I've never went to a range, a target range. I've never done it before. The first video that I made, that was truly my first time actually shooting a bow at a target that I was literally practicing on. Now, obviously, when I first purchased the bow, the shop that I went to, the guy I probably tried out or tested probably about 3 or 4 other bows before I got to this particular one that I chose, just to get a feel for. The guy wanted me to get a good fit and feel for, what I was purchasing and things of that nature. He was hard on the fact that different strokes, different folks basically, and the bow, you have to choose a bow that feels good to you, the ergonomics and things of that nature that feels good to you. Otherwise, the experience really isn't going to hit on shit. So with that being said, like, from there, I chose a few bows, and even when I was choosing the bows outside of the feel, just how it felt in my hand, he allowed me to put a few shots down range, and that was beneficial to me. So, that was pretty much what I got from there, the experience with that. But there, it wasn't tuned in or dialed in at all. He just allowed me to get a feeling for what it felt like and things of that nature. Also, while doing that, so I was able to choose some of the optics or the sights that I wanted and things of that nature, the style rest and things of that nature that I wanted, the release that I may have wanted, and things of that. So I got a feel for all of those different things. I probably was in there for about a good 2.5 hours. When I first got to the shop, it was just one guy ahead of me. So, and he was only in there for probably, I'd say, a good roughly 20 minutes to a half an hour handling his business, whatever he had to do. Afterwards, the guy was in there. He really walked me through. I explained to him that this was my first time. I'm a first time bow shooter, trying to get into it, want to really see, get my hands wet, my feet wet, whatever you call it. Wanted to do that, and he was very receptive to it. He was very receptive to it. He was almost excited. He was an older guy, but he was excited about it. Like, so much so, it was probably, after me, it was probably about 3 or 4 other guys that were in there for whatever the reason. Obviously, it was bow related, but for whatever the reason. But he didn't rush it. He took his time, and obviously he had customer service. He was the only person in the store at the time. His help came much later. It was around his help came around about the time that I was leaving. But nevertheless, when we was in there, even the 3 guys that were after me, him talking to them, you can see that they were regulars. They were people that dealt with him on a regular, people that he knows, people that know him, that they come there on a regular to deal with. But they were excited about me being the first time, and that's just the crazy part about, I don't even know what you call it, this archery, group of individuals, or I call them arrowheads. It's something special about it. You can tell that it's something special about it, because everybody that I came across with my first time experience it wasn't like, it was all encouraging. Let me just say that. It was all encouraging. Nothing about it was discouraging. Everybody, nobody tried to big boy me, nobody tried to low boy me, nobody tried to force me to go high, nobody tried to force me to go low in terms of price points with bows and things of that nature. Everybody was more so focused on get what feels comfortable. Try out a few things, shoot a few things. Just feel and handle a few things to see what feels comfortable. So those were truly my first shots. Just to buy or purchase a bow was truly my first shots. And then the second time that I shot a bow was when I went, in which he could have done it there in that particular store. He could have tuned it in for me, but again, it's 3 people after me, so obviously he didn't have all the time to do that. He definitely said that I can come back to him and get whatever needed, and it was gonna be free of charge in terms of tuning it in for me, truly tuning it in for me. But he just recommended that I take it home and get some shots down range to truly get a feel for it. But otherwise, I didn't do that right then and there. I brought it that week, and pretty much it sat for that week. And then the following weekend, I took it to get tuned in. When I took it to get tuned in, that was literally the second time that I've ever shot a bow. And took it to get tuned in, brought a few accessories and things of that nature that I needed, brand new accessories, things that I needed. And he, the guy that was there was very helpful. He pretty much, he showed me like, one, he was talking about my size, thinking of my size, but also thinking about the fact that I'm new, not trying to go too heavy and things of that nature. Even down to him explaining like the draw, like the draw of the bow and things of that nature. And obviously I didn't want anything too, like, mind you, I don't know, at the time I didn't know like what in terms of the draw, like from a 50-pound to a 70-pound, 75-pound. I didn't, know or think anything of that. Didn't know anything of that. But he explained it to me. He explained it to me in detail, and the purpose and the reason for it, why certain people choose to go 70-pound while others go lighter. He was saying what he recommended for me, was not to necessarily go with a 50-pound bow, because he was saying because of my size, he said he feel like I can go a little harder than that. So he recommended 60, just pulling a 60-pound draw and training with that. So, obviously I took his advice and he was able to do that for me, dialed it in on in terms of the draw, dialed that in. And then, my sights, he dialed my sights, changed the peep sight that I originally had on there, put a brand new peep sight on there, even down to, my front sight. He dialed that in for me. And the only way he did that afterwards was, he was doing everything from putting levels on it, and like it was just watching it was mind blowing to me, because again, this is a first time experience for me. So nevertheless, he did all of that, and then afterwards I probably shot it about a dozen times, and each and every time he made adjustments based on my group, based on my pattern and things of that nature. So yeah, I did all that to say I just wanted to make this video to truly clear a few things up, because the first video I said that was my first time shooting. It wasn't necessarily my first time shooting. It was truly my first time actually taking my bow after I had it tuned up and truly shooting it and getting some shots down. Of everything other than that was more so just for me purchasing a bow and or me, getting it tuned in to fit me. That's pretty much what it was. So that's a nutshell. I ain't gonna talk your head off with that. The video was really not even supposed to be on that, but I felt, like I needed to give that. Really, the video was more so about me changing out this stabilizer on it. Wanted to change out the stabilizer. Wanted something slightly longer, not much longer, but slightly longer than the one I have on there right now. The more and more I do research, I'm starting to dig into it. Bear with me. I'm starting to dig into it a little bit more. So, I just purchased the one. This one is 5 inches, 5.3 pounds. Really not knowing what it's going to do for me. But again, tomorrow I get back out there on the range and get back out there in the woods. I don't necessarily go to the range yet. I take mine to the woods. I brought targets and things of that nature. Practice targets. So I'm get back out in the woods tomorrow, throw some shots down and see what I get from it. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make, but it damn sure look good on there. Damn sure look good. But look, like I said, I'm just getting into it. Bear with me. But I'm addicted. I'm addicted. With that being said, I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. Black Ops Band Dog TV. Building leaders and creating kings operation by building national development over generation. To all my arrowheads, let's go. Stick with me, because I'm coming. It ain't about competition. At least not right now. It ain't about competition. I'm focused on really learning how to manage and how to handle, how to deal with this bow in particular. And then as I grow with this bow, you already know I'm stepping it up. And outside of me just, putting shots down range and archery and things of that nature, once I truly feel like I got it dialed in and I can truly send shots down range and hit dead center or where I want to and things of that nature. That's why I'm doing it in the woods, because ultimately what I want to do, I'm going hunting. I gotta go hunting. I gotta lay something down, and I ain't just killing just for the sake of killing. I want to cook. I want to catch, clean, and cook whatever I kill. That's when I'm at with it. Black Ops Band Dog TV. Live strong or die weak. Do man shit. Ain't no pressure.